Today on Black Tag Wrestling News Now, could Bray Wyatt be headed for AEW as early as next Wednesday's Dynamite?
A big weekend ahead for WWE with SmackDown Live and Extreme Rules on Sunday.
Will AEW Rampage be an even better show than this week's Dynamite?
And by the way, Zack Sabre Jr. just may be on a collision course with American Dragon Bryan Danielson.
Yes, indeed. He might be.
He might
Little
be.
ZSJ action.
Oh, I'm here for it.
You know what else you're here for?
What?
You're here for Blind Tag Wrestling News Now.
I am indeed.
I am John.
I'm Raja.
And we're here to give you a little bit of your daily dose of news, rumors, and innuendos.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so over in Japan, there's been some stuff going on.
Oh, so much stuff.
Yeah, we've been watching it.
Yes.
Not sleeping, but
No.
watching it.
Yes.
G1 tournament, my God. My great googly moogly. Has it been some good stuff?
We're only 2 rounds in, and it's
Yeah,
like,
man.
holy crap.
2 rounds, 4 nights. And, I mean, you couldn't get all the Gaijins over there, but my God,
They're doing
been
work.
amazing. So I got to talk about this, all right? I actually went as far as taking some notes myself because there's some stuff going on. So New Japan Pro Wrestling just completed, as we talked about, night 4 of their 31st installment of the hallowed G1 Climax tournament.
Mm-hmm.
As with every year of this amazing event, there's several storylines developing right now.
Oh,
Coming out of it, each passing day, it seems like there's a new story that's arising. And I love that about the tournament. Even ones that happen kind of organically, that they're not expecting to happen. Some of these stories thus far, Tetsuya Naito, considered to always be a favorite. I mean, obviously inspirational, favorite. And he's also the leader of LIJ.
he's been the champion before.
Absolutely.
He's up there.
Yeah, for those who don't know, now you know. I don't know why I was eating a Vlasso pickle there for a second. Vlasso pickle? Pickett. I was doing the Groucho Marx thing. Vlasic, not Vlasso.
Vlasic.
The Vlasso pickle. We're not exactly Vlasic, but we're available at Sam's in big-ass jars. Yeah. You know, toilet paper's going scarce again, just to let you know. Run.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They're like trying to hide it and stuff. It's one of those things. It's a passing fancy I read while I was reading about ZSJ. Focus. Ritallin's good, kids. Ritallin's good. Anyway, he got taken out.
Yes.
Naito.
Yes, he did.
Not Mr. Whipple or whatever I was talking about. and it's pretty bad. He got taken out. Now, it was in the confines of a match. And I guess it was a shoot. But they had to turn it into a work and be okay with it. And have ZSJ talk crap on Naito about it. Yes. He does a great Naito impersonation, by the way.
Sorry, I broke your leg.
Yeah, but he actually, that's where we got the shirt the other day. The old I broke Wahoo's leg shirt. Yes. He had the I broke Naito's leg in a picture. He didn't actually have that. I'd say he would wear it, though. But we'll get more on ZSJ shortly. Automatically when Naito got hurt, they gave every one of his opponents 2 points for forfeit. Yes. Which sucks for the other, bracket. Yeah. Wouldn't you hate to be in B bracket and be like, come on.
Automatic 2 points.
There's guys that never get a point. It's just like, come on, man. But some of the other storylines, Kota Ibushi, who is, I know it's your favorite. You're wearing this shirt right now. He just scored 2 points on night 3 after defeating Tomohiro Ishii.
Shooey.
And we love Ishii.
Yes, we do.
Ishii, Shingo, Kota, that's like our boys. But it's what reminded me, their match was Roddy Piper's, backlot brawl, not like Mania or anything. I'm talking like They Live, my favorite movie of all time. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
That it was never going to end.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way.
No.
Like you needed this to end. Somebody was going to get seriously injured, seriously hurt. It wasn't your normal, stiff as a moose kind of match.
No. It never is.
It was super stiff. Don't get me wrong. It was super kick your freaking head off.
Yes.
But there was something weird about it, wasn't there?
Yeah. It's like somewhere along the way they forget where they are and they just keep wailing on each other.
If you've ever seen a Kamigoye or a kick to the face or knee to the face, if you've never seen one where you could see it with the camera where the knee hits chin and brain shatters.
Yeah.
Then maybe you need to go watch this.
They shouldn't have put this in the second round.
I love it, but it was still, it got me worried. It got me worried about Kota. And with saying that, Kota has 4 points. He has 2 from the forfeit, 2 from this win.
Yes.
He lost the first one in a match he should have never lost on his worst day. But he doesn't look the same, Kota. And I think that comes a little bit from speculation-wise, the pneumonia that he dealt with over the summer. It was serious, and there was some complications, and it got kind of hairy there for a second. Mm-hmm. So at first he kind of looked, like when your sick cousin comes back after being out for a while and
malnourished,
acting like you're okay, and it's just like, hey, Harry, how you been? You're looking good. And they know they're not looking good, kind of smell a little bit like something.
Like just trying to keep their hopes up.
So, yeah, Kota could still go all the way.
Yeah.
He actually could. I mean, he's still got, I can still literally wash clothes on his stomach.
True.
That, I didn't understand.
He doesn't look bad.
I didn't understand washboard until I saw that. So, yeah, I don't know. But listen, man, despite Ibushi's 4 points, like I said, I don't think he's going to get much more. That's just me. Now, he might go and run the rest of the time.
Right.
But I'm just thinking that pneumonia took a lot out of him.
It did.
And I think the Ishii match, storyline-wise, took a lot out of it, too.
Yeah.
I think that's going to come around and play quite a bit. But the United Empire, who once had Will Ospreay, but Will Ospreay became a prick and came over to the States and pulled out the old belt and all this stuff, and injury, schminjury. He's not there with him. He's not in the G1. Okay, he's done a good enough job of being a heel because I think Will Ospreay's one of the greatest workers on the planet to make me hate him. So I love when that happens. Jay White is really good at that.
He is. Yeah.
Switchblade I'm like, oh, you're such a great worker. Lord, I hate your soul. Oh my God. How does your dog like you?
Oh, they're few and far between.
But the United Empire, Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb, they're looking dominant.
Oh, yeah.
In their respective brackets, because one's in A and one's in B. They look amazing, and they're both undefeated. Dangerous Techers tag team partner for one half at IWGP Tag Team Champions was Zack Sabre Jr., Mr. Tai Chi. Also looking really good finally. He's made his way up the mid-card.
Yeah.
And I think that really started when he had his match against, Suzuki-gun leader, Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's been a minute, but I think since that happened, he's been considered... if not the leader, he's been considered up there. He's been considered, upper echelon. And I think I heard, our deity Kevin Kelly say 15 years was, how long he's been doing it. So that's a heck of a career.
We might be looking at Tai Chi-gun soon.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he took out old Murder Grandpa, so, he
deserves it.
Yeah, if you can live past that, you deserve whatever you get. And Bullet Club's own Crown Jewel, Chase Owens.
Yes.
I don't know why I said it like that, but I'm an international super spy, Chase Owens. He's looked fantastic. Listen, you can look at matchups, and sometimes you don't know by looking at the matchup how great something's going to be. I did. She did. But Chase and Jeff Cobb and Chase and Tama, my God, both exhilarating matches. Just really, really good. The finish on the Tama Tonga match.
Oh, crazy.
Wow. I mean, and that's free for everybody, by the way. That one's up for free on New Japan World. You can actually watch
the entire event.
Yeah, from last night, early this morning, however you want to look at that. But with all that said, all these different little storylines, this is what's really intriguing. And this is intriguing internationally. It's the fact that ZSJ, who's longly been heralded as, if not the top technically sound wrestler on the planet, he's absolutely in a discussion, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
no question.
One of the top 3, probably, that I can think of right off the bat. ZSJ's looked absolutely amazing so far in both of his matches.
Right.
And the dismantling of Naito, unfortunately, right? And,
literally.
And the upset submission victory over IWGP Heavyweight Champion, World Champion, Shingo Takagi. Now, that was an upset.
Yeah.
It really was, especially submission. So he took out the last of the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay? Shingo.
Which is terrifying.
In his post-match promo, backstage, and you have to be our level of sticking around and watching that, he gives a fantastic promo. He sounds like the Cockney arrogant ass that we all love, right?
Yes.
And he's sitting down and he's just like, oh, yeah, fish and chips. You know, just going all Cockney all over everything, vinegar and all this crap and, you know, bollocks and everything you damn Brits like to say that we love to hear. And he was talking about, I just took out the last of the Dragon, you know, and I should get a world title shot for that. That's New Japan standard fare.
He will.
If you pin a champion, you can later challenge for that title. You know, that's a really cool thing. But then he brings up something. He's like, I just took out the Japanese Dragon. I wonder where the American Dragon is.
Ooh, shots fired.
It is on, because earlier this very week, earlier this week, there was another interview that happened, and I'm going to read you a little section from that, if you don't mind, because this is pretty cool. In the United States, even, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, said, I want to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. in England. Let me do that again, proper like. Quote, I want to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. in England. End quote. It was an interview again with Brandon Walker of Wrestling. We talked about it, quoted it the other day. Hell of an interview. Danielson noted that he used to clean up the Wrestling Observer's, you know, Best Technical Wrestler Award every year. And the Wrestling Observer Awards, they're pretty important with people that, you know, care about them. So, and I do. But winning every year from 2005 to 2013 before he retired. After he retired, the award was renamed the Bryan Danielson Award. ZSJ had won it every year from 2014 to 2020. And quote, American Dragon says, Zack Sabre Jr. has won the award 7 years in a row. Even since I've come back, he's still winning the Best Technical Wrestler Award that's named after me. I'm number 2 in my own award. Now I want a match with him in England somehow. Zack Sabre Jr., if that is his real name, is winning the Bryan Danielson Award. That's something I really look forward to, he said. And like I said, you heard what, after the interview, he said, we know where this is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I killed the Japanese dragon. It's time to, you know, go after the American dragon. Where's he at? Dragon Slayer, ZSJ, who has already won me over with a lot of his Dangerous Tekkers type stuff. And even before that, he's had some great matches. But I think now, if they just let him talk, just let him come out.
We're like, okay.
You know, it's just, I love that high-pitched. It reminds me of like Peeves in Harry Potter. Like that's what I imagine the little troublesome poltergeist sounding like. Anyway.
Well, these three actually have history that goes back a ways.
Okay.
Back to the WXW 16 karat gold tournament.
They talked about that on the broadcast last night, didn't they?
We'll take you back to the year 2009. When all three of these men, Shingo Takagi, Bryan Danielson, and Zack Sabre Jr. were in the 16 karat gold tournament. So Zack Sabre Jr. fought Bryan Danielson in a match that Zack Sabre Jr. won to go to the semifinal to face Shingo Takagi, which Zack lost, and Shingo went on to win the tournament. So he got that loss to Shingo back last night. But can Bryan Danielson get his loss back?
Well, I don't know. And apparently Shingo ran through him, right?
Yeah, it was bad. Like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was not nice.
Right. Well, I'm excited for it. We're here for it. Are you here for it? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave comments, leave little heart emojis, whatever you want to do. We need your support. We love your support. And check out our Patreon as well. You know, if you really want to give some love and support, it's Friday. I can say things like this. Let's go. What's next?
All right. Next, we're going to talk about our friend, Bray Wyatt.
Our friend. Wyndham Rotunda.
He's everyone's friend.
FKA.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt.
So WrestlingNews.co has put out a new report talking about the rumors that he could show up next week
reaffirming
at AEW
the things
Dynamite.
that Dave Meltzer said.
Yes.
And reaffirming something we mentioned on this show earlier this week, too. But yes, continue.
Of course, Dave Meltzer talked about him showing up at the Rochester, New York show on September 29th because it's Brody Lee's hometown and because of the Dark Order storyline. So he's got the 90-day non-compete, but apparently he has the option to waive that and not take any of the money for the 90 days. And then he can just show up whenever and wherever he wants.
You would think if he was going to do that, he would only be going one place. Because the other place that he could go probably wouldn't have the money to pay that last month of WWE money.
Oh, probably.
So, but I know a certain initialed guy that might just be able to do it. So, and then stare at him dreamingly after the...
We could definitely be seeing that next week.
It's Rochester.
The only thing that's been announced for that episode so far is Sammy versus Miro.
It's Rochester.
That's it.
It's the home of Bray Wyatt. Now, because he's taking over for somebody else.
Mr. Brody Lee.
Yeah. It's just a nice nod for Bray to do that, for Wyndham Rotunda to do that.
It is.
He's been very emotional. He's been very outspoken about his love for him. And I just see this being a really, really great tribute.
Yeah.
And, I really hope that it gets to happen. I think this is beautiful. I think that this happens. Also doing the Dark Order storyline. Sometimes obvious isn't bad. And I think that if he would come back and be the leader of the Dark Order, that's the only person I can imagine that could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you could do the cult leader thing.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
Which is what he's made for.
And he could still beat the crap out of Five and everybody else, in Silver. And it would be really good stuff. But even if it's not that, I just hope that the guy gets a chance to have a job and show what he's got. And, and be happy in life and all this good stuff and entertain us. So all kinds of, obviously, charisma and entertainment for hours. So I'm ready for it. I really hope it's what I said, though.
All right. Well, I think we should talk about WWE a little bit more.
We should.
They've got quite the big weekend ahead of them.
Pretty big.
Starting tonight with SmackDown. There hasn't been a ton announced ahead of time, and even if it was, they
would just rip it.
Wouldn't do it anyway.
That's a bunch of crap. This is a bunch of crap. We're going to redo it. What about Roman Reigns? Can Roman wrestle 3 times? What about 3 times?
So far for SmackDown, announced is an Intercontinental Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Apollo Crews.
Yeah. That's
a match.
Wow. I don't know if we've seen that before, Raja.
Who knows?
It goes together.
Also, Liv Morgan versus Zelina Vega.
That's cool. If they let it happen. Hopefully it's not some special anniversary for Zelina.
Oh, no. And the world premiere of Happy Talk with Baron Corbin.
Now, I'm looking forward to that. I didn't think when I first saw the name getting trademarked, I was like, Happy Corbin. That's going to be, I was like, I'm okay with it.
They won us over.
It's kind of funny. And SmackDown always ends up being great. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt and let them do it, because normally it ends up being really good. So especially it's always like a mixed bag surprise. Whoa. You never know what you're getting. It's a Friday night present.
Wow.
Yeah.
And of course we have Extreme Rules.
Yes, we do.
Which could still technically have stuff added to it tonight.
It will.
But so far they've got Liv Morgan versus Carmella, a United States Championship match between Damian Priest, Sheamus, and Jeff Hardy.
Which should be really good.
Mm-hmm. The Usos versus the Street Profits for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, and they've been doing a lot of house shows, and on the live events. I'm sorry. I think a lot of this has been coming off really good. So yeah, it's no longer that lockdown era. So you're going to get matches that's where that 3-way came from on Raw on Monday. Yeah. Was they changed it last second because of house shows having that match and it being so good. Mm-hmm. So somebody decided that let's do that match.
Yeah, because people love it.
And that could be something we're seeing with Extreme Rules as well.
Raw Women's Championship match between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
That is honestly what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing. I can't wait. I really hope Bliss gets the belt. And I love Charlotte, but I hope Bliss gets the belt.
Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown
I'm looking forward to that just for crowd reactions.
Hopefully it goes longer than 26 seconds. And the Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor.
Damn it, Finn. Listen, they might surprise us all.
Possibly.
Finn Balor be like a transitional champion after we're all like giving him no chance at all. I could honestly see
no chance in hell.
Bruce Pritchard and Vince sitting around going, what should we do? Should we get that? No. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good, boss. Let me think. Yeah. Let's just surprise him. Yeah. It don't matter what it is. Let's bring G.I. Bro back. No. No more G.I. Bro. Let's get another Mexican rapper. I looked. There wasn't any more. All right. Well, let's just give Finn the belt. I can see it. I totally can.
We had Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, and now we need the Demon back. More spooky stuff.
Well, we got, I mean, yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
You never know.
Poof. You never know.
So, also tonight, along with SmackDown, we of course have the second half of Grand Slam.
Yes.
AEW Rampage.
Yes.
And we know there are already spoilers out there.
We're not giving you spoilers.
No, and we haven't looked at spoilers.
The only spoiler we'll give you is this. There is going to be a huge angle on the show, at least one, and that involves America Top Team. Now, that's not really a surprise because Chris Jericho did what? He called out America Top Team.
Yes.
So, that's coming. Okay, that's unavoidable, really. And I would say most of you already know, but we're not like that. So we're not going to do that to you. I'm just going to say that according to Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, when they were talking about this in live reports that were happening, from the venue, a lot of reports came in saying that Rampage was better than Dynamite. Now, that's not saying Dynamite wasn't spectacular, even with the, match of the year candidate on it.
Right.
But overall, from bell to bell, from, pillar to post, this was a better show. Really, really top-notch show.
Exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
So if you haven't seen any spoilers and you're going into this without knowing anything, this is what you can expect to see.
All right.
Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford.
Yes, please.
Chris Jericho and Jake Hager versus the Men of the Year.
I'm still in Anna Jay.
CM Punk versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Okay, I'm back. CM Punk. Hi.
The Super Click, the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, baby. Versus Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express.
You bayed with me.
Sorry. Was I not supposed to?
No, I mean, it was just in sync.
Tag team champions, the Lucha Brothers, team with Santana and Ortiz to take on the Butcher and the Blade and Private Party of the Hardy family office.
Can you imagine when Lucha Brothers and Santana and Ortiz pace?
Oh, no.
A long program.
No, I can't, and I'm very excited for it. And, of course, the Lights Out match, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus Suzuki-gun, Lance Archer, and Minoru Suzuki. Putting that Suzuki incident to bed once and for all.
Just hearing the announcer say Suzuki-gun is going to be enough for me. Even though that is what it is. It's just going to be nice hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Suzuki-gun.
Hopefully they say it.
It's the best firing gun.
Correctly.
I'm really excited about this. My God, what a card.
I know, I'm so excited.
My God, what a card.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous.
I just want to chop you right now.
No.
Can I do a Mongolian chop?
Okay. That's acceptable.
Yeah. Very excited about this. What a bunch of stuff going on. Plus UFC 266 with my boy Robbie Lawler against my other boy Nick Diaz.
Oh, man.
I'm all out of boys.
Too many boys.
I actually got the pay-per-view in 2004 when
the boys.
Nick just came out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, my God, I love the Diaz brothers. Who knew? Because it was like...
He's grown so much.
It's a really...
I'm so proud of him.
It's a heck of a card. So if you went through that and you have all this other stuff going on, it's going to be a pretty good weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited
Fun
for
weekend.
It. We'll join you at some point as well this weekend and bring you some good content, let you know what's up, what's going down, and sideways and everything else.
Yes.
Be sure to like, subscribe once again. Mm-hmm. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell an enemy, tell your pet if they've got an account.
Leave a comment.
Absolutely. And just a little advice. I always like to end on advice. You know what? Don't eat pointy objects. Sounds good to me.
Good advice.
Yeah. For Raja, I'm John. Bye.
Bye.